when looking for co-founders, my suggestion would be to look for people that are both complementary and committed to self-growth. The entrepreneurship journey it can be very challenging, and so you really need people that challenge you with kindness and are ready to listen, but also to communicate very clearly what are their needs. This is particularly true when you're dealing with diversity, and this is also something that in INSEAD we learned very early on in our journey. Christina, Julia, and myself come from different backgrounds, but also from different nationalities, and our team actually doesn't have 3 people of the same nationality in the whole team. So we really practice this open communication, because diversity is a incredibly helpful and useful skill to have, or let's say advanced asset to have in your team. But in order to leverage that diversity, is really important to communicate and to be open and transparent in your communication. Divergent thinking really works when you keep listening. For us, being a climate active company means having the long-term goal very clear in mind, and for us is having the health of planet and people in mind long-term. In this case, it means that sometimes we have to make a trade-off in order to achieve this longer-term goal. For example, when we started the company, we learned that the majority of microalgae are not grown sustainably, which was a very hard news to take in, because we built all our business model on capturing CO2 from growing microalgae, and discovering that that was not the case in the majority of when microalgae are grown was like very difficult to change. However, we co-developed a procedure, a way, a technology to capture, to recycle CO2 and to actually make this happen. This in the short term, it means less financial benefit for the company, but in the long term it just allows us to keep through our mission and our values. Being climate active, it means playing the long game. When we think about expansion, there are 2 factors that guide our decisions above all, which is timing and traction. For example, at the moment we are seeing a huge pull in the market from big F&B companies for natural pigments due to like new regulations coming in, especially in the US. And so we shifted our resources in order to feed this need of the market and invest more in R&D and in sales in order to fulfill this gap that currently is in the market. We are getting a lot of pull from companies for our stable blue natural pigment, and therefore we decided to double down on this for the whole company, and in this case we stay true to our roadmap, but we take advantage of the pull of the market.